Hey guys, DJ Dan here, doing a little segment called Meet the Dancers. Maybe you know this young lady next to me. Her name is Erica. Erica, how you doing today?
I'm good.
Alrighty, so you can actually look at me, so we're actually talking to each other here. You don't have to look at the camera, okay? So what we're doing is we're taking a couple of questions here, talking to different dancers, and just kind of giving a little base of information, just so people kind of know people on the floor. All right, pretty easy.
Got it.
So let's start off with, how long have you been line dancing?
I've been line dancing for about 6 years now.
6 years, and where did you start?
I started off at Michael's the week before they closed.
Michael's Cafe, right?
Yes,
That was with
correct.
Dave Kim, right?
Yes.
Dave Kim, when I worked for Dave, he used to talk about that all the time. But I was never actually there because I think I started probably a little bit after that happened. But there was a lot of people there, right?
There was a lot. It was a very packed dance floor every time I was there. I was there 2 weeks, and the first time I didn't dance, the second time I did, and then they closed.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So what are some of your favorite line dances that you like right now?
My favorite is Cold Heart, which was taught by you.
Yes.
My second favorite is Blurred Lines. But I've learned a lot of dances recently, and I'm really getting into it.
No, that's good. And you have a little knee problem right now, right?
Yes.
See,
I've been struggling.
Apparently, Erica's been dancing too much. That she's been dancing too much with DJ Dan and DJ Dave Kim. That she's been hurting her knees. But that happens. You know, we're having a good time here every single week. You know, and that's great stuff. So, what is in your plan of attack for the next year of line dancing? Do you want to learn more couples stuff? Do you want to do more line dances? Do you want to get more hard with what you're learning? Like, what's your goals?
I'm not really interested too much in the couples dances because I really don't have a partner right now. But I'm eager to learn it. Every time you put a new dance up there, you know, I at least make an effort. So,
Yeah, that's good.
I look at your sheets when you post them, and I get my game plan going. I'm like, okay, I'm learning this tonight, or I'm not.
Yeah.
But
And then you're like, oh, that one's a little bit too hard. I'm not going to learn
or
that
at
one.
least I watch it for a minute, or I try to learn, and
Yeah. Erica is a dancer who was talking about trying to learn Cool Whip for about 2 months. And then I finally taught it to her. And then we danced at VFW one night. And of course, they do things a little bit differently with some dances. And she's like, what is this thing? I'm not dancing this. And so I had to reteach her again to what the basic was. And then we're slowly getting there. And she understands that sometimes dances aren't exactly like they're choreographed, unfortunately. But we have a good time out here on the dance floor. I got one more question for you.
okay.
What is your top 2 favorite venues that you've ever danced at with me or anybody?
Rock and Rebel,
Rock and Rebel, yeah.
and Warminster VFW.
Ah, the VFW in Warminster. Yeah, we're there on Monday nights, and Rock and Rebel closed back in March of this year. It was a really great time there. And that's actually where DJ Dan started. I started there with Dave Kim just about 4.5 years ago. So, you know, and of course, anybody that pays attention, we're going to be back there New Year's Eve. So if you're enjoying anything, come on out for New Year's Eve, and it's going to be a very interesting night for
yeah.
sure, to say the least. So the last thing we're going to do is I'm going to give Erica the opportunity to ask me any question that she wants in her mind, and I'm going to answer it right here on this video segment. I didn't tell her I was doing this, so.
You got me stumped.
She's got nothing, apparently.
I don't.
Any question whatsoever.
Where did you learn all these dances?
So a lot of dances that I learned, I started line dancing about 20 years ago at a very, very minimal amount called the Montana West. Obviously, Montana West. Everyone knew that back in the day. And the only reason I started dancing was because my sisters were like, hey, come check out this place in Quakertown, blah, blah, blah. And when at that age, I wasn't really dancing, but I was a young 22-year-old drinking, checking out these good-looking girls, dancing. Sure, I'll go. And so I kind of picked up some things along the way. And the first dance that I ever learned was from my sister Michelle, and that was a Sweetheart Shottis. It is a difficult partner dance, and I'm not sure how I got it, but I just kind of just kept doing it, and I figured it out because that was her favorite dance, and I wanted to make my sister happy. So that was the first dance I ever danced back in Montana West. But right now, I get a lot of my things through Copper Knob, definitely is where I find those dances, and just other videos and stuff that I see on Facebook. So, you know, that's pretty much how that all goes down. So once again, I want to.
You pick it up so fast.
I do. You know, it just comes natural to me. And people always ask me, like, Dan, how do you remember all these dances? And I'm like, you know what? I can't remember the Pledge of Allegiance sometimes, but I can remember a dance I taught 2 years ago. You know, sometimes it's just easier for certain people to just kind of do that thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So once again, we got Erica here, and this segment is called Meet the Dancers. You're going to see her on the floor at VFW, and you're going to see her at Whit Payton Tavern here on Wednesday night. So I shall see her at Red Hill. She has been at the West End once or twice. Maybe I can get her to come back on a Saturday night. We're there once a month. And then, of course, we have the East End coming up. And I'm pretty sure she's going to be there all night long, getting her drink on and having a great time dancing. DJ Dan Line Dance, Erica, and DJ Dan. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys. Bye.
Bye.